This is JJ Arcega-Whiteside of the Philadelphia Eagles. Thank you for listening to Fantasy Fuel with another
Looks
JJ, John, Eddie Jr., and Tom Tuttle.
I'm getting a little low on fuel.
What are you doing, Doc?
I need fuel!
Give me fuel, take a fly, send me trace it out of sight.
Now, here are your hosts, John Eddie Jr. and Tom Tuttle.
Welcome to episode 100.
100, wow.
Of Fantasy Fuel.
Crazy, man.
It's been a long road, but we made it. Triple digits.
Triple digits. I didn't know how soon that was going to come.
No, it's...
We pushed some episodes out there pretty quickly.
Yes,
so.
You have done your share over the last couple of months, giving everybody some insight into each one of the NFL teams and some certain players, and that's been very helpful, I know, to some people. So thank you for that. But yeah, here we are, episode 100, and we're just going to have some fun tonight.
Yeah.
We're doing a mock draft. We've got 12 people on the line. We've got friends and family of the Fantasy Fuel
community.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. We've got a couple of people that are going to be with us at the Expo, August 18th. Again, if there's anybody out there that is watching, listening, August 18th, Canton, Ohio, and you want to go, you can get tickets. MidwestFFExpo.com, and you can use the code FUEL to get $5 off your ticket. We'll be there, and a couple of the people that are going to be there with us, Nick Faber, he is a co-host of RZR Fantasy Football Podcast. Jonathan Castillo is also going to be with us. Everybody knows them. If you listen to Fantasy Fuel, you know who he is. Creator of Pole Sports and PoleSports.com. And Adam from Everyday Fantasy Football at Everyday FFB, and at FFB Unwrapped is his podcast Twitter account. So check those guys out. They will be drafting with us tonight, and along with all sorts of other people. We've got friends of the show, Joe, Asa, who else? JP. We got there's like 3 different Johns here tonight, so we got to keep them. There's me, JJ. There's Jonathan Priest, JP, and there's Jonathan Castillo. So yeah, we've got too many Johns. We've got a couple of guys I work with that are huge into fantasy football.
Could have got your dad to do this.
Well, I probably could have, although he have no idea what's going on Twitch, but that's okay.
Well, that's okay.
So it's going to be a fun show. We've got about 3.5 minutes before the draft's going to start. Most everybody is in here and ready to go, and my 2 colleagues are already talking trash to each other in the chat, so that's going to be great. I can't wait. I have drawn pick 7. Tom has drawn pick 11. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I like it. I want to see what's going to happen.
I don't like it. But it gives me a chance because Joe and I are doing a league together at the very, very end of the preseason, right before the first game start. We have pick 8. So that's going to be
close enough, yeah.
Yeah, close enough to see what I might be able to, sneak in with. It's going to be interesting to see where Ezekiel Elliott goes. Interesting to see where Melvin Gordon goes.
Yeah, that one's probably the most interesting right now. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just kind of... I want to look at this and see what kind of where he goes. This is the first mock draft since we've talked about him and the news and all that stuff. I haven't done a mock draft since, and this is going to be interesting. Will he go really late? Because everything that happened with Bell last year, everybody still was like, it'll be fine, and they still pick him number 1 or number 2, and it didn't work out. And
it didn't.
Gordon wasn't going number 1 and number 2 to begin with. So we'll see if he falls. If he doesn't, then so be it. We'll see what happens.
Yep. If you're watching us on Twitch, I will have the website up from time to time. You can follow along. If anybody wants to see something, I may not respond, but I will be looking at it. If anybody needs to see or wants to see somebody's team, just give a little shout down there, and I'll see what I can do. What do we got? Like less than 2 minutes, minute 53 to get going. Tanner from where I work, he has the first overall pick, and he's got a few guys I know he's looking at. I don't know if he wants to take Christian McCaffrey number 1, but hey, he's been talking about it.
Yeah. Let me say, if you don't do it and you pick somebody else, it's a mistake.
And of course, I'm going through all the names, and I completely forgot about Network. Reggie.
Of course.
He's in it. He's everywhere we are.
Number 2. Pick 2 with
him. One person that got in at the last second. I had one more. I figured I'd see anybody on Twitch that wanted to join. And Sham Bam from on Twitch, he is in here. So we are full up, ready to go.
Let's do it.
I can't wait. We've got 1 minute left. I believe it's a 60-second pick, so it shouldn't be too long of a draft. I'm hoping, since it's everybody in here, they won't time out too many times.
Yeah.
But again, this is just going to be a fun episode. 100. It seems like we started just the other day, but it's actually been over a year.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for Sunday mornings to get here.
Yeah, when Sunday comes, it's going to be a blast. And we're going to be doing, a little show before.
Tan Man says he's probably going Kamara.
No, really?
Yeah, he likes himself some Kamara.
All right. That's going to leave. It's going to leave two of the top two guys sitting out there for Reggie. He's going to think about who he wants now.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I'm guessing he'll go Kamara or Saquon, but we'll see.
Never know.
So I'm gonna pop up the web page. Draft is just now starting.
Here we go.
Let's see what happens. And he psyched us out and took Christian McCaffrey. Of course he did. That means Reggie's up now. Who's he gonna take? I know I would probably just go safe, and
I would go with Barkley at this point, no doubt in my mind.
But at 3, I'm probably going Kamara because I don't like Zeke. I don't like what's going on with Zeke.
Yeah, I don't
of that.
I completely agree. Yeah.
And
no
Reggie
surprise.
goes Saquon Barkley, obviously. And Sham Bam is now on the clock. I don't know. I think there was some Cowboys fans in Reggie's chat. So maybe they're still just going to take Zeke. I don't know if she's one of them or not. And maybe Asa is going to fall to peer pressure and take Zeke at pick 4 if he falls that far. Because, after those 3 running backs, there's so many question marks. And do you want to take somebody like David Johnson, who hasn't proven it again that he is that great of a fantasy football player, or what?
He's one of these guys that you feel like it's the wrong move, but at the same time, you're thinking, well, this is going to be it. This is going to be. Last year was just very underwhelming, and you didn't know what was going to happen with him entirely. So we got another pick. We got
Kamara went 3.
Oh, Kamara went 3. Okay, so let's see what Asa does here. But to finish up on that, I just think that it's just going to be really interesting to see what happens there. I guess that's all I got to say.
Le'Veon Bell at number 4 to Asa.
Oh man, got some trust.
He's got some trust. I like the confidence because I traded for Le'Veon Bell from Gary in the Flag League. Tanner says he hates picking number 1. Yeah, why? Because you have to wait so long?
Yeah, it does kind of stink.
That's too bad. You got nothing better to do.
Where do we go with the next pick? Did it go?
David Johnson at 5 to Joe. Okay, that answers one of my questions at pick 8. If he and I are doing that draft together, I was going to ask him if David Johnson was somebody we would possibly look into. And there's one pick left. Will Zeke fall to me?
That would be kind of crazy.
I don't want to pick him, though.
Yeah, you don't, but man, pick 7? It's interesting.
Yeah, pick 7. And then when it gets to pick 7, do I go by their rankings? Do I go by my rankings? They're all so close. Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas. I'm thinking, because I didn't mention at the beginning of the show, we only start one running back in this particular mock draft.
Okay.
And 2 wide receivers and 2 flex. So you can play multiple running backs.
If you want,
but you don't have to. So, okay, well, Zeke went there.
There we go.
Now it's on me.
What are you going to do?
Do I want to go Homer? Do I want to mix it up? There's not too much to mix it up. I could take Gurley here and surprise everybody because he's not going to make it back to me because I know you'll take him in the second round if he's still there.
Yep. That would happen for sure.
You know what? I'm going to go with my rankings.
Okay.
And I have Michael Thomas as my number 1 wide receiver.
There you go.
I'm going to take Michael Thomas.
That's a good pick. It is. I think he is darn close to number 1. I mean,
There's
he's the
no
top
wrong answer
You can't really do that.
John Castillo takes Devontae Adams. Not too surprised there.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Nick Faber now on the clock. He is another one of the guys at the Expo.
Yeah. See what happens.
In at Nick Faber NFL, Faber, if you want to check him out.
We got starting to dwindle down for as far as the guys that you really can trust in.
Yeah, and it's still Julio Jones.
Julio's gone.
Goes before DeAndre Hopkins. I guarantee you that Ted is going to take DeAndre Hopkins right there.
Yeah, that leaves me a really interesting decision.
Yes, it does. You got left with all the...
Yeah. This is going to be very difficult for me.
Yep, there he goes. Hopkins gone. Time for Tuttle.
I am going to go out of the norm.
Ooh.
For what I would do, and I'm going to just... See, here's the thing. I know Priest is right behind me, and I don't know whether or not he's going to take Gurley or not because he might just be thinking, oh, Gurley's still here.
That's true.
Either way, if it's Gordon or Gurley, I think he takes one of them.
Probably.
So I'm going with Gurley. I trust that he'll be on the field more, or possibly more, than Gordon. I didn't like it, but I think it's a decent choice at this point.
As far as everything that was left there, I can't argue with it.
I would have liked to have a receiver there, but I can also get a receiver with my next pick.
That's very true.
What did Priest do? He did something.
He took OBJ.
All right.
So maybe you can take Melvin Gordon too.
I might because I only have to start one, right?
Right.
And that way, if one of them's being dumb, I got the other one sitting there.
That's true.
So we'll see what happens. Priest is still going to take. I just got this feeling he's taking Gordon, but he might not because of all the news.
Yeah,
all the news.
I know he keeps up. By the way, JP, fellow Eagles fan, thank you very much.
Oh, who'd he pick?
AB, Mr. Big
All right,
Chest.
He's going wide receivers.
Mr. Big Toe.
All right, here we go. All right, think about this. I'm getting Melvin Gordon, and I'm getting Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
If you would say this last year, you'd be like, "Oh, that's pretty good. How'd you manage to do that?" All right, so that's my first two. It's scary, but one of these guys has got to do something, right?
Yes.
You would hope so. And then I know I can fill up my wide receivers just fine, so I don't have any problems with it. All right, that's the thing. I'm going to close this.
You getting confused now?
I just want to see who everybody is picking, and I think that's blocking
Ted took James Conner, so he starts off with Hopkins and Conner. That's not too bad if you're into Conner.
Yeah.
We're not huge into Conner here.
No. But that's okay. He's gonna have a successful year. It's just not as much as I think a lot of people are going for.
Ooh, Travis Kelce
off the
round
board.
2, pick 4 to Team Faber. Joe Mixon right off the bat, snuck off there by Mr. Castillo. Back to me, and with somebody staring me in the face that everybody seems to be on, Tyreek Hill, Juju Evans, Dalvin Cook. Will I get a running back that I care about on the way around? It's going to be a long time before I pick again. Do I play it safe? go kind of zero RB, take somebody like Juju.
Juju would be the safest.
I mean, I love me some Dalvin Cook, but man, it's going to be hard. I think we're going zero RB in this.
I was going to say, you only need one, and I got two already, so I'm hopefully set. I'm still kind of worried a little bit.
All right, I'm going to go a little bit with the hype. I'm not taking Tyreek because I don't like it. I'm taking Juju.
Yeah, I think that was probably the safest
and
play right
immediately
there.
after goes Tyreek Hill, of course. Can't blame him.
Of course, yeah.
Now
And we're on Joe now.
Joseph. If he takes Dalvin Cook, I know we're going to be very, very close in who we want when we do our draft in like a month, like 27 days or something like that. Oh my goodness!
Amari Cooper.
The Raiders fan takes Amari Cooper.
Okay, that's
all right. We're gonna have some button heads here when we do our draft because we are not taking Amari Cooper in the second round.
No, I wouldn't.
I will. He can buy my half of the team if that's what he's gonna get. Asa takes Leonard Fournette.
All right.
And immediately after, Mike Evans. Love Mike Evans that late in the second round. Dalvin Cook's still there. That is interesting.
Yeah, is he going to come to you, though?
Or am I going to just settle for Zach Ertz or George Kittle?
Settle. Well, we'll see because they might get taken, too. People like to know that they have something at the tight end position. That way they don't have to worry about it.
Very, very true.
But I know you well enough to where you don't have to do that.
Reggie is on the clock, Mr. Network. I could see him going Keenan Allen right here.
Yeah.
Bam! Keenan Allen.
Yep.
I watched him do a mock draft last night on Twitch, and he was all about Keenan when I got to him. So I spied a little bit and knew what was going on there. And, we've got Tanner taking Adam Thielen. All right, playing it safe there, it looks like. And Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I was going to say, at some point somebody's going to do it. And, yeah,
Round
it happened.
3, pick 1, Patrick Mahomes. I will probably be one of the last people to take a quarterback. You and I will probably be.
Probably. Like, if it got to me and Mahomes was still sitting there, I may have been tempted. But I still don't like taking quarterbacks that early. I have to have something else that I can. Well, one, I already took 2 running backs, so I feel almost obligated to get a wide receiver at this point with my next pick.
Right.
So yeah, it's tough to take a quarterback so early, especially
I know
in a 1 quarterback league. It's like, man, you gotta get everything else figured out first. And
Reggie's taking his time. I'm guessing he's going Ty.
He went somewhere else.
He took me Zach Ertz, and then Dalvin Cook goes. These are my boys.
Oh boy.
Oh man. That's all right. I'll settle for Devontae Freeman if he gets there. Maybe. I don't know if I want to take carry on this high. Oh man, Chubb is falling. It's weird.
Yeah, and that's probably more accurate to me than what it would be. And I think Chubb's gonna have a really good first 8 weeks. I'm not gonna be taking him in this draft because I already have 2 guys. But yeah, it's interesting to see how far he's falling. I also there's another guy on this list that I really like as well, and that's Aaron Jones. But I don't.
Yes.
Again, I already have 2 running backs. I think one of them should be good, so that's all I really need. Somebody pick something. Freeman went. T.Y. already went.
Kittle and now it's on me, and all my boys are gone. Every last one of them. Mm-hmm. Oh, what are you guys doing to me here? Do I reach a little bit and take a guy I want? Or do I take somebody that I know is not going to be there the next time around?
I'm going to have to...
man.
I'm going to have to get some work done with my wide receivers because there is not a ton.
There's plenty out there.
Yeah, there's a lot, but nothing that's blowing your mind right now.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
What are you going to do?
Oh, man. I am reaching
just
a smidge. And taking
Aaron Jones, you buying into the hype. Finally, I convinced you.
Hey, you convinced me when I was doing my auction draft. Oh, and of course, carry on goes to Mr. Castillo.
Yep.
He and I are probably going to be taking players from one another. I can see this already. Well, Joe was all in on Devonta Freeman, so we're back to not butting heads again.
Well, you're always going to butt heads at some point with somebody. So
we have done enough drafts together that it's going to be, Damian Williams. I thought about him. He seemed a little low in the rankings.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not huge on him. But
not huge. He's got the hamstring worries and all that. So it's just, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Hamstrings, like we said plenty of times, scary. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yep. Ted takes Nick Chubb.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't want Chubb anyway, so we're going to go. It's got to be a receiver at this point.
Does it?
I guess it doesn't really have to be.
You can play 2 running backs in the flex. There's 2 flex spots.
Well, let me see what we got at running backs here.
So I know you don't particularly care for the wide receivers that are
not
right
at
there.
the moment. I'm going to go. I'm probably going to go. You know what I'm going to do?
I don't know what you're going to do.
I'm going to do something kind of crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll let you announce it.
Oh, wow. I will be the last person to take quarterback because Tom has just taken one of his high-ranking guys, Deshaun Watson. JP takes himself some nice, smooth, consistent Julian Edelman. And now we're on him for his second pick, and despite the news of the Colts picking up Dante Foreman off of waivers, he takes Marlon Mack.
Yeah, that's fine. I really do think Mack's still the number 1 guy there. Foreman's probably going to give him a little push, but
taking Kyle Waring.
It's back on me now. I got to think about this.
Josh Jacobs, Rookie of the Year.
No, I'm not feeling it yet.
That's what they're saying in
not
Oakland.
Feeling it yet. I don't need 3. You know what?
Not quite
you know what,
Las
though?
Vegas Raiders.
You know what, though?
You want Alshon Jeffrey.
No. This is a very interesting draft for me.
It's already, it's turning interesting for me as well.
I'm going to do it. I'm going Josh Jacobs. That way, if I can play both in the flex, if I have to, and if I don't have to, I still have, I'm a little scared of Gurley, a little scared of Gordon, so that way I at least have something I can trust in at that point.
Right.
It's very interesting that I've never even come close to this type of thing in a draft.
But round 4, I'd be okay with Jacobs there too. I wouldn't be super happy, but back on Ted, I'm guessing, am I going to end up with the 2 running backs that I went for outside of Christian McCaffrey in my auction draft that I did? I had Aaron Jones. Do you remember who else I took?
Shoot.
He's staring right there.
Oh, Derrick Henry, right?
Yeah. I bet you Castillo takes him in front of me.
He
Ted
probably
takes
will.
Stephon Diggs. The Bears fan takes a Viking. No,
yeah, I thought of Diggs.
Round 4.
I actually thought of Diggs. I was thinking, well, he's probably the one wide receiver I would take at this point, but I really don't like.
Sony Michel, 1 pick in front of me. Kenny Galladay to Mr. Castillo.
Okay.
Well,
I'm fine with that. I like Galladay to a certain extent.
Out of all the guys sitting there, I do like a couple that are below. I like some James White in PPR, obviously.
Yes, yeah, I do that.
I'm starting to see some of the hype on Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
But Derrick Henry is staring me in the face right now.
Yeah, that's a hard one to pass up at this point.
I'll take the value right there for my 4th pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Brandon Cooks after me. Now we're back on Joe. Let's see if we're button heads again. If he takes Robert Woods, I'm going to punch him.
I still have to get wide receiver.
DJ Moore, of course, the Moore takes him more. He's loved him before.
He is definitely doing a little bit of a A little bit of a homer draft, right? That's okay. It's a mock draft. It's fun to do that stuff.
Unfortunately, we're not going to get Christian McCaffrey at 8, so I can't talk him out of DJ Moore later just because we've already got the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
Asa is now on the clock. I can see him taking Kupp or Godwin. Maybe even Chris Carson to the Seahawks fan.
That's
Maybe.
a possibility.
I don't know how
big
he is on him. Maybe he takes Tyler Lockett.
That's interesting too. I mean, it's not a bad choice in this. Oh, well, I don't see his team. Let me pop that up as quick as I can here. No, I forgot. Oh, there it is. He's
AJ Green.
Yeah, okay. He's got his wide receivers now, and he's got his Flex and Fournette. So his team's actually looking pretty decent. I like it.
Robert Woods to Shambam. Now we're back on Network. The Network. Reggie, what are you going to do? I see you. I could see you taking Cooper Kupp, but I'm not sure what you've got. He's got Saquon, Keenan Allen. He's wide open to whatever. He can take anything at this point.
Yeah.
So I could see him taking Kupp. I could see him taking Ingram. Lamar Miller's going to go soon. He's the only thing left in Houston. He's that 10-point per week guy, but he ain't getting no more than that.
That's crazy. It was kind of a shock when I saw the news that they just was like,
Cooper Kupp, I called it again. Yeah. I know you, Reggie. Oh, James White to Tanner. He likes some PPR running backs.
I'm telling you, that's a good steal right there.
Yep, I'm
it
okay.
Could be
End
a
of
lot
round
of
4, and let's see who he takes on his turn. I'm guessing he probably needs running back. Maybe he'll take Aaron Rodgers since he's a Packer fan. Oh no, he already took Mahomes. Never mind.
All right, I got some wide. I feel good about this. I got wide receivers that I actually feel like are going to be something. So I'm not so upset that I don't have any wide receivers right now on my team.
Oh,
but I have 3 running backs that are starters that I believe can be really good. I just don't know if 2 of them are going to be anything at all.
Right. But I know who I'm hoping is still there when it gets to me.
Well, it's got to come back all the way around to you.
No, I've got 5 picks in front of me.
Okay.
Tanner took an Eagle. After all the crap he talks to me about my team, he took Alshon Jeffrey. Interesting. Now we're back on Reggie. Oh, man, he could go anywhere again.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. Well, he could go wide receiver. Chris Carson.
Ooh, and then we got
Chris Godwin. Now we're on Asa. Asa takes Tyler Lockett, of course. He came back around, and the Seahawks.
And he's like,
now let's see if Joe takes my pick. He did not. Tyler Boyd. I'm okay with that. I like Tyler Boyd, so we're not butting heads this pick. And Adam Stark of Everyday Fantasy Football is now on him. He takes David Montgomery. And it's back on me, and there's more players left than I thought there were going to be, but I don't care. I am taking Evan Ingram.
Oh, there you go. Not a bad spot. I was thinking about tight end. I was like, no.
Oh, Castillo takes Aaron. Quarterbacks are starting to come off.
I'm surprised they didn't start coming off after I did Watson. I thought that might start the
Mike Williams to Team Faber.
Okay. Here we go. I got some interesting choices.
What is Ted going to do? I could see him taking Tariq Cohen here. He is a Bears fan.
Gotcha.
If he needs running back, where is Ted on here? He's got Connor, Hopkins, Diggs, and Chubb. So, I mean, he could take a running back, tight end. He's probably not taking Mitch Trubisky. Yep.
All right.
There it was, Tariq Cohen.
All right,
I need to play some poker tonight. I'm reading these people really well.
All right, read me right now.
Read you right now. I got to look at your team really quick.
I'll give you a hint. It's a wide receiver.
Yeah, I assumed that after seeing your team here. Oh, man. Oh, it's Jarvis Landry, isn't it?
Not yet.
Not yet? Oh, you're going to try and follow the other side? Sammy Watkins!
I'm flipping everything. You know, I just listened to...
Wow, flipping the script so early!
I just listened to an episode of another podcast where they were saying, who is somebody that you should probably forgive, but you just haven't yet?
Yeah, that
and
is
Sammy
wild.
Watkins is the guy, and I decided that, yes, I'm going to forgive
Andrew
him.
Luck and Philip Lindsay to JP. Pretty decent
And
picks there.
now it's on me again, and
Now it's time.
now it's Jarvis Landry time.
Okay.
And there's plenty other guys out there.
Oh,
for-
there's plenty.
for-
There's 3 running backs sitting here that I would be okay with, but I don't know that I need a running back. I mean, I guess I could take pretty much anything. Hunter Henry goes to Ted. Wow, he's going out there on the limb for a tight end a little bit early, but not terrible.
Just gotta hope he stays healthy. I do believe that he'll be good, but he's gotta be healthy.
He's gotta be healthy. Oh, is that who we're? Was that who we were thinking about getting a introduction from?
Yeah, I think there's a possibility that Hunter Henry could do something for us. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, I see a couple. O.J. Howard still out there. Oh, Miles Sanders, Austin Eckler. Who took Melvin Gordon?
That was me.
You took Melvin Gordon?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got
Austin Eckler's starting to come around.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it.
Mark-
That's why I have Gurley, Gordon, and Josh Jacobs. That way I have
a whole bunch of question
I've
marks.
got question marks, but there's something.
You got injury question marks. You've got contract question marks.
Rookie
you got
question
rookie
marks.
question marks. All right. Ingram to Team Faber. Tevin Coleman to Castillo. You and John Castillo, you both like Tevin Coleman a little bit more.
I like Coleman. No question to me that he's going to be the number one guy on that team. So I don't have any problems there.
Wow. Are you guys really just gonna let me have him? You know what? Round 6, the only running back on the team.
Yeah, there it is.
I'll take him.
Yep, Lamar Miller. Yeah.
I have taken him. I have had him every year, except for the year that he got traded. I think I couldn't get him from Gary because he was asking too much.
Yeah, I have him on the flag league, like I told you earlier.
Right.
But yeah, that's definitely one of the better late picks. There's another guy out there in Kenyon Drake that I think could actually be pretty decent this year.
Too.
If you're still looking at a running back, but it's kind of hard to say running back. I already got 3, so you only need to start 1. If you got somebody you know you can trust in, it's not really worth going all that far for him. So.
Team Stark is on there, Mr. Everyday Fantasy Football. So many guys are about the same value right here.
Yep.
He's got 9 seconds left. He might be timing out and taking Allen Robinson.
I was going to say, is Allen Robinson sitting at the top for a long time, hasn't he?
He is.
Yeah. There it goes.
Yep. Allen Robinson. I mean, he has the talent.
Yeah. I don't mind.
Austin Eckler to Joseph.
That's fine. Take him. I don't need it.
And O.J. Howard to Asa. And Matt Ryan shortly after. He could, I think I've got him in my top 5 or 6. Matt Ryan could have a very, very good year. Back to Reggie. Oh, man. I could see him taking Ridley here if he needs a wide receiver. What do we got?
Yeah, Ridley's
He does have a flex open, so I could see him taking Ridley here. Guess who? Calvin Ridley. I need to play some poker.
You need to play some poker tonight. You're reading it perfectly.
Man.
Although you did not read my Sammy Watkins, which I knew you weren't going to. You were not going to read that. That's why I asked you.
Put me on the spot like that and then go completely 100% in the opposite direction. Ridiculous.
That was
is Sammy Watkins your new
Man crush.
Maybe the laughing one. Yes, that's a perfect one because it goes against everything I've ever said. So
everything.
Yep.
Wow.
But it's okay. I got thinking about it and was like, you know what? I kinda like it. Like
you kinda like it.
I kinda like it. I got 2. They're my starting wide receivers. 2 guys that are the number 2s on the team. but I do believe that they're going to be halfway decent. I got another guy sitting here that I'm thinking about.
Sterling Shepard to Tanner.
That's not bad because if he stays healthy, it could be the only wide receiver out there.
Could be. I don't know. Man,
we'll see.
I keep seeing Miles Sanders there, but I'm not 100% on him, and I bet you Jordan Howard is like, yeah, he's way down the list. Man, I wish I knew what the Eagles were doing at running back. Where are you going, Tan Man? Is he going to take... Ooh, Robbie Anderson sitting there. Will Fuller sitting there. D.D. Westbrook sitting there. Dante Pettis, Manuel Sanders. There's so many good players sitting there.
I like the way I've addressed this. I have, to me, a very possible stud running back.
Yes.
Out of all three of the guys I got. And then I can fill in the gaps with the wide receivers because there's so many guys. I do believe that Emmanuel Sanders is going to be good. I believe that Will Fuller has a chance to be good.
Timing out. Sorry,
boy.
Tan Man. Did you forget you had back-to-back picks?
Uh-oh.
It's all right. You got Kenyon Drake. It's not like it's
that's a
horrible
decent
pick
spot
there. Which means we are basically... We have our starting lineups almost set.
I don't have a tight end yet.
And I don't have a quarterback.
Okay.
Back to network. Can I call his again? He might take Manuel Sanders here. But I could see him taking a running back because he hasn't taken one in a while, and I think he's got everything else filled. And he doesn't have a quarterback. I don't know if he'll take one right here.
Yeah, let's see.
It's possible. I think there's some decent quarterbacks.
You got Cam, Baker, Wentz, Breeze. Why is Cam way up there? I don't understand that one too much.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson way far down the list. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he took Miles Sanders.
And then Jared Cook right after that.
Now we're on to Asa again. Yeah. I could see him taking Fuller here. Maybe even Geis. I know he wanted Geis in the offseason, but...
Yeah, he did it. He took Geis.
Should I be playing the lottery tonight?
You probably should do something, but something that involves reading people because you're doing a very good job of that. Oh, man. There's still a couple guys out there that I could very well see myself going for and being very happy with it.
Right, where are we at here? We're on Joseph. I don't know where he is at. I could see him taking... Well, I don't have to see. He's taking Marvin Jones, Robbie Anderson right before me, and wow. There's 3 guys sitting there that I would love to have, but I don't think any of them make it all the way around.
No, you got to pick one of them here. There's no chance.
So, is it going to be Fuller, Pettis, or Emmanuel Sanders?
Let's find out.
Wow.
I'm going to put you... Oh, man. If it wasn't for Fuller, I would almost say you were going with Sanders, but I think you're torn between them two. I don't know if Pettis is the one that's going to break through your mind.
Yeah. Man. If he stays healthy for a full year...
Yep. I agree. That's who I was hoping was just going to keep falling back. But
right.
Pettis
goes to Castillo.
There goes Pettis, yep.
Oh, man. I knew we were going to be on each other's players, but holy cow. Well, that's 4 wide receivers in a row.
I'm hoping Emmanuel stays for the next couple of picks. We'll see. He's down the list some, and I don't know if everybody's on board with him right now, so I got a chance.
I can see you get Manny Sanders there. Castillo says, I would have taken Fuller if you'd taken Pettis. I knew it. Oh, man. Pole Sports, we think too much alike.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty awesome. And if we can go ahead and plug it right now, polesports.com, if you're listening, it is a great website right now, and it's going to be in app form at some point, but we don't know exactly when that's going to be. But right now, you can go there, polesports.com, and you can ask any question fantasy football related. Right now, it's probably more like, is this a good trade and whatnot? But once the season starts, who should I start?
The who should I start questions are going to be great. Yeah. This is the perfect place. We will be doing those, talking about them, and answering you live on Sunday mornings.
Yes.
We will have a phone number for everybody to call into. and you can chat with us. I'm hoping to be on Facebook and Twitch when we do those. Hopefully I get that ironed out before then, but one way or the other, we will be live and talking to you, and you can call in and you can chat and ask us those questions, and we'll review everything on Pole Sports on those days of, along with letting you know all the injuries if you haven't been made aware, because when we go live on them Sunday mornings, it will be right after the injury report comes out for the early games.
Right.
LaShawn McCoy!
Ooh, I was wondering how far he was going to go.
Does he have, Emmanuel Sanders, just not even he couldn't even wait 3 seconds. Nope. You got to take him.
Got to get him. He was the guy I was eyeing the whole time, so I was just waiting for it.
And who is JP going to take? Is he going to take Corey Davis? You think he's a Corey Davis guy?
I don't know. I haven't really talked to him much about fantasy. I did a little bit at the lunch table the other day, and he said he hasn't done a mock draft in a while.
Goodness, this is his first mock
I don't know if it's his first one this year, but back like 2 weeks ago he hadn't done one. So So we'll see. Yeah, it's interesting.
Darrell Henderson sitting there. Oh, David and
that's not a bad spot there. He needed a tight end.
What other tight ends are left? Vance McDonald, Blaney Walker, Eric Ebron, Trey Burton, Hooper, Reed, Greg Olson.
Man crush.
Jack Doyle, Kyle Rudolph. There's plenty of tight ends left out there for you.
There's a lot left. I'm going to wait. I was thinking about it, and it's just, there's plenty of other guys I can do.
Christian Kirk, one of the 1,400 wide receivers in Cardinals camp. In case anybody hadn't seen it, Michael Crabtree has signed with the Cardinals. I have no idea if that's just hey, let's get a guy in here that's been in the league for a while to help these rookies out. Maybe he makes the team as a back end, but they're talking about, I'm not even sure, was he drafted or was he an unrestricted free agent pickup, Keyshawn Johnson? He's a rookie, along with their other rookies and second-year players.
I think he was... If I'm remembering right, he was drafted, but really late. But I could be wrong about that, so I don't know.
15 seconds left.
I'm going a little crazy.
Ooh,
Asa might be mad at me.
Well, he already took Tyler.
Yeah, that's true.
So DK Metcalf, round 8, pick 2. Man, he looks huge. If you've seen any pictures of him next to other guys on the field, it is insane. Yeah, this guy is ripped.
So I went a little crazy. I was thinking Fitzgerald too, but it's like, man, I just don't know what's going to happen with that team right now. Like you said, there's so many guys. And
is everybody waiting on quarterbacks?
Not everybody. I already got mine.
Well, yeah, we know you got yours.
Quarterbacks are left. We got Cam, Baker.
Can I wait any more on a quarterback and still get my guy?
Yes. No.
My guy.
I know your guy. I know who that is, but man, he's crazy.
Team Faber taking MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Not bad.
After Ted takes Peyton Barber, I mean, hey, he's still Ebron to Castillo. Yeah, I can see that one. Mm-hmm. I'll still take my Evan Ingram and maybe back it up with a Jack Doyle later if you don't snatch him up. Oh, what do I do on the clock? There is not a whole lot that I am looking at. I could take him. Who are these guys I'm talking about? But you know what? I can't wait any longer. I might not be the last person to take him, but I got to have him. This guy right here.
Carson Wentz.
Finest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was going to happen.
Yeah, it was going to happen at some point. There's also another guy out there that I could have seen you taking that is way down the list still.
Way down the list?
And that's Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
I
think I have Russell Wilson ranked ahead of him, actually, in my picks. Maybe like the pick before, but...
this is just one of them guys.
Button heads with Joseph Moore. Ronald Jones.
Yeah,
not a fan.
Not
a fan.
That's not my favorite one right there.
Adam Stark takes Dede Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to be on the same page as Nick Foles.
There's a possibility there.
Asa takes himself some Baker.
Baker Mayfield. Okay.
And
Corey Davis. There it is. That's okay. You know, it's late enough in the draft. I can be okay with that.
Yeah, I know.
I've never been.
I'd still take many people before Corey Davis here. We're getting into that area where they're lottery picks. I mean, You got guys like James Washington and Moncrief. Which one do you think is going to be better in Pittsburgh?
Right.
Got guys like Allison and Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Mm-hmm.
Scantling just went. Allison's still there.
Mm-hmm.
You got plenty of guys. You got all the other San Francisco running backs, Jerk McKinnon, Matt Breida. You've got one of our sleeper picks sitting there in a PPR league, could be good, Jalen Richard. And we're back to Reggie, and of course I'm not going to have time. Naeem Hines, he was talking about him in his draft. If I would have had more time, that's who I would have picked on for him.
Predicted that one.
Yes, I could have. We're back to Tan Man. Who is he going to take? I could see him. Ooh. Well, he already took Miles Sanders. Or no, did he take? I think he did take Miles. No, Reggie took Miles Sanders. So let's say if he took Miles Sanders, maybe he'd take Jordan Howard just to shore up that Eagles backfield.
Is he the one that has Mahomes?
Yes.
Okay. So he's got Thielen and Jeffrey and McCaffrey. He's got James White, Shepard, Kenyon Drake, and he's got Mahomes, as I said, as well.
Yes.
So that's not a bad lineup. I don't mind that. I definitely like Mahomes and McCaffrey. You possibly have the best two at the position right there.
True.
Thielen is somebody who could have a really good year. Jeffrey, I'm a little down on. He won Kyle Rudolph.
All right.
Not bad. Yeah, it seems like he's been listening to a little bit of our episodes.
The Packers fan takes a Vikings tight end. He was talking up Jay Sternberger just the other day.
Yeah.
But doesn't have the balls to take it. Who's he going to take for his second pick? Does he stick with tried and true? Maybe take a Larry Fitzgerald? Or go with a wild card? Man, Russell Wilson, why is he so far down
That's
that
what
list?
I'm saying, man. I wish I wouldn't have taken a quarterback so early. If I would have known Russell Wilson was down the list so far, I would probably.
And I might not have taken Wentz if I'd scrolled down a little farther.
I
didn't realize he was still there. I assumed he would have been gone. But
why are people
especially
so
with
down on him?
Asa in the draft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Asa didn't have a quarterback yet.
There he goes, Larry Fitzgerald, tried and true. Back to Reggie. All right, I got to focus. I told him about Jordan Howard yesterday. He's the one with Miles Sanders. I think Howard's going to get a lot of the touchdowns, but will he take him? I could see him taking QT here. And if he doesn't have a quarterback, I could see him taking Cam.
Man, I don't like Cam. I mean, he's fine.
He must be listening to us. He's just laughing. Like, what are they doing trying to talk? Oh, he doesn't have a quarterback. Yeah, interesting.
He's waiting on the clock because I know we're a little bit delayed.
Oh, it looks like he might have wanted Larry Fitzgerald. So
okay, yeah, that kind of
might be going QT with this pick.
I think.
Oh, no, he took Cam.
Cam Newton, okay. That's all right. I'm not a huge fan.
Darrell Henderson after that, so you don't get your backups to any of your guys.
That's all right.
You'll have to get Doug Martin later.
No.
No? All right.
I don't need it. I got three guys, and if all three of them go down, I'm the most...
Does Asa have a quarterback?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he took Baker. Oh, wow, he took Baker before Russ?
Baker, that's what...
What? You could have waited so long.
Man.
I could have waited longer.
Yeah.
It's going to get to my pick, and if you can't figure out who I want from what's sitting there in front of me, then...
let me take a look here.
Asa takes
I know what you want.
Trey Burton. Not...
I was looking at tight ends, and I actually like some of the guys down the list more than the guys sitting up on the top here.
Team Faber says, I've tried to get Fuller in every league. Insane value, in my opinion. You guys snagged me up, though, leaving me with MVS. Breeze to Team Moore. I'm okay with Breeze as a quarterback.
Yeah, Breeze is a good quarterback to have, no
Adam
doubt.
Stark takes Royce Freeman, and what does that leave me with?
Oh, yeah, that's a no-doubter in, let me get to it.
Come on, let's go.
Jordan Howard.
There you go. I'll take him in round 9. I love the value.
Yeah.
He's going to get double-digit touchdowns this year.
Oh, man, you got too much homerism in you right now.
No,
it's all right. I believe you are possibly correct. Whoa, I just hit my mic. I believe you're possibly correct on that. But you were so homery when it came to Carson Wentz.
I know.
That it was just.
But I did that when we were doing our quarterback episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm referencing.
Geronimo Allison off the board to
Okay.
Mr. Castillo.
Right.
And I love his name, NY, New York Castillo.
I gotta
So we're
think
back
about
on
this.
Faber, who was mad that I took Fuller.
Right.
I'm glad I took him when I did, because, that was... God, if he stays healthy, Will Fuller is going to be insane. Oh, Austin Hooper, one of our top 10 tight ends. There's so many good tight ends still there, even.
Right.
And we haven't even touched on Hawkinson, Fant.
No, that's what I'm waiting for.
Cortland Sutton. Yeah, all right. I can see that.
It's on me. I gotta think about this. All right. What do I do?
I think you take Ben Roethlisberger.
No.
All right. Tom Brady.
I'm gonna go
Albert Wilson. Hollywood Brown.
All right, here we go.
How is deep?
Here we go. Sorry.
It's all right.
I knew. It just was the only eye-popping one to me at that point. It was
Sean Jackson is on the same page as Carson Wentz. Could be in for quite the number of long plays this year. He won't have a ton of catches, but again, he seems to get one enough every game. Even if he doesn't get a long one, then he ends up with 5 or 6 catches for 70 yards.
Yeah, he's always been consistent, even though he's that type of receiver. We've said this so many times talking about him, and it's just true. That's why we got to keep putting it in people's heads, because he has been consistent.
Yep. Looks like we got about 5-ish rounds left. We're on JP for his back-to-backs. We're really into that just pick something category, but he takes Kiki QT, which... of the guys left, that's who I had my eye on.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I just there's something about it I just don't like that much.
And for his second pick, where is he going to go? Does he need a tight end or anything? You'll have to look. He took Njoku, that's right. So
yeah, he doesn't need tight end.
He looks like he could use a running back. He's only got Mack and Lindsey. But what is there for running backs to take? I mean, we've got Latavius Murray, who's just going to be the touchdown vulture for Alvin Kamara. And you've got Carlos Hyde, the guy hoping to get into the wings in Kansas City. And you've got the backup-ish Kalen Ballage. You've got the backup-ish. And he just takes Latavius Murray. I mean, hey, for a bye week, if he gets a touchdown, you're happy. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep, very, very true. This one is interesting. He wouldn't fall this far if it wasn't for his 4-game suspension. And I don't particularly like the Giants' offense, but I'm going with Golden Tate. I'm taking chances on some of these guys so that I know I have the guys something that I can trust in at the point.
And we haven't heard a definitive yet on if
he's appealing it. I don't know whether or not.
Usually doesn't take too long to be like, nope, sorry.
Yeah, it's either nope, sorry, or it's we'll drag it out and maybe it gets down a couple games. Who knows? Anthony Miller, I definitely looked at that.
I am not a fan of Anthony Miller.
I believe he could be well, honestly, in the end, in my eyes, he could be the number 1 guy. Probably not this year. A couple more years down the road.
We had talked about that when Miller was drafted. You said in 2 or 3 years he could be the guy in Chicago. I remember that. So he needs a chance, and he needs Mitch Trubisky to be more of a passer than he has been. Ooh, and Mr. Castillo with Delaney Walker. He must have listened to your shuffling the deck. And he says, whoops, meant to pick Vance. Sorry, buddy.
Walker's not the worst. It's not the worst.
It's not terrible.
It's just a little... it's a little iffy. Let's just put it that way. All right. I'm still looking at tight ends, and I'm sitting there saying I could still wait.
Still plenty.
The
I
problem
did that in a mock the other day. I was like, I'll take my guy. And then 6 rounds later, there's still 3 guys I wanted.
Yeah, how many rounds we got? We got 3 rounds left?
Oh, it's on me, and I'm just sitting here.
You better pick somebody.
Yeah,
Give it 10 seconds.
Going to go with that guy.
Okay. Paris Campbell. Not bad.
Just a home run pick,
Yeah,
possibly.
absolutely.
To one of my MVP picks in Andrew Luck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see that much upside in Curtis Samuel, Michael Gallup, James Washington. I like as a player,
Yeah.
but I'm just not feeling it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to go wide receiver there, so I was taking one no matter what. And then you're going down, you're looking at Tyrell Williams, Devin Funchess is still there, but I don't care. Jamison Crowder, I thought about.
There's.
But again, I wanted to go for that home run pick.
What I need to see the Jets offense before I can actually.
And Asa just takes James Washington. Joe took John Brown.
Okay.
I like myself some John Brown.
Yeah.
I've got him as a possible outside fringe flex play in one of my leagues, but that's a deep league.
Okay, Reggie's on the clock. What are you gonna say
Oh
here?
wow! Well, he doesn't need a quarterback, so we can't take Russell Wilson. I could see him taking Breda here.
Okay, all right.
I've heard him talk about Breda, so
there's a good possibility. How is McKinnon over Breda on this? I don't get that one.
You will. Oh, Gallup, really?
It's not the worst. It's not the worst.
Yeah.
All right. It's really not. I mean, he has a chance to do something. but
Really,
I just-
Tan Man? You haven't listened to us enough. Nikhil Harry,
Yeah.
who I am so far
There
away
goes
from.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, as a backup to Patrick Mahomes.
You know what I was gonna do?
You were
I was gonna take Russell Wilson as a backup to Deshaun
I'm
Watson.
the one that should have done that.
Yeah, but because it's just like at this point, I don't really feel like I need another wide receiver. The tight ends I can still wait on. Why not take somebody like Russell Wilson in case Deshaun Watson gets hurt, or in case Russell Wilson's better than Deshaun Watson?
That's true.
And then you can trade Deshaun Watson if Deshaun Watson's still going off.
Kareem Hunt.
Ooh, there it is. Somebody's
Must have
taking
been
the chance.
way down on the list because I wasn't really even thinking about him.
Thinking about it, not at all.
Again, he could be one of those guys that helps you through the playoffs in fantasy football.
But I don't have much of a problem with it right now because there's a lot of bench players right here.
Right.
But you're taking a roster spot, and that is a
Really, Joe?
We're
not taking that quarterback either.
Dak Prescott. Oh boy, is that his first?
No, he took Breeze.
Okay, I still don't like that.
Team Stark takes Carlos Hyde. I believe he took Damian Williams earlier.
All right.
So okay,
I got to give everybody in this draft
it's
some
on
props.
me, so I got to think.
Go ahead.
What do
I'll
I
wait.
got here? Okay, I got flexes, bench. What am I thinking? Ugh, I don't really like anything here. So, 20 seconds. This sucks. I don't like anybody I see. So I got to take somebody I like. A little, you know what? Screw it.
And you little jerk, taking
That's
Jackson.
right. Why
Unreal.
not? Another home run
Unbelievable.
play.
Yeah, of course it is. Is that your first?
No, I took Wentz, remember.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
But
It's a good chance. I was going for him next, and unfortunately, you did it. You took it from me. There's a call. Listen, I got to give everybody some props. There have been multiple mock drafts that have done that. Kyler Murray has been taken super early, ahead of every single. Well, not every single. A lot of these guys, and I'm thinking, really, but everybody in this draft, they must know. They must see it. They must say, okay, that's a little crazy to be taking a rookie.
Oh, really?
That's interesting. Okay.
The other running
I
back.
mean, there's a possibility there with him, with
He
Justin
has
Jackson,
looked
but
decent in preseasons before.
Yeah.
We're talking about Justin Jackson of the LA Chargers. So
all right, it's on me. I got to figure something out here.
Gordon ain't getting that contract, John says.
All right. I feel like I should do that, but I don't know if I really want to.
And there's a guy still sitting there that I really like, too, in PPR. Let me take a look.
It's
not even on you. We're on Ted right now.
I thought it was on. Oh, maybe.
You're next.
Okay, it's going to be on me soon. I'm still looking around. Mitchell
Trubisky. He finally takes his Chicago Bears quarterback.
I'm going to do something. You know what? I'm sorry.
You're sorry for what? Oh. Back-to-back Bears with...
Yeah, that's okay.
Man crushed. Mike Davis.
Yeah, Mike Davis. Hey, you know what? Give it a chance. Give it a chance. You never know.
He is easily droppable if we are completely wrong on Mike Davis. So, Week 1 waivers, which are some of the important waivers. Week 1 is where you get guys like Philip Lindsay last year. He was not on teams. So, if you need somebody, Mike Davis could be completely droppable by the time Week 1 rolls around.
I honestly have no problem dropping him. I have the lineup that I think I can perfectly be fine with, and we got so many bench players that it just seems like I can continue to fill all of these guys.
7 bench players because we're not drafting kickers and defenses. Right. I'm not going to do that to these people that
no,
graciously joined us tonight for a real mock live draft. Mm-hmm. Jordan Reed, who has finally had a healthy offseason to work out.
Yeah.
I like him, but who is going to be the quarterback there? The depth chart has come out, and Case Keenum is number 2.
Yeah.
And Dwayne Haskins is number 3.
Yeah.
Colt McCoy is listed atop of the depth chart in Washington.
It's
I know that's not going to be.
It's nuts to think that's even possible at this point.
Right.
But yeah, it's got to be Keenum. I would almost imagine to start the season. We'll see what happens after that.
Right.
I know what my next 2 picks are.
You do.
Unless they get taken. Well, I got it on me. I better take it. Whoops. And there we go.
Finally going after a tight end and rookie mania tight end.
There's still guys out there like Greg Olsen that I just don't know if I can trust in.
Reggie says Mike Davis might be a steal.
I think it's possible. That's
Greg
why I took
Olsen
him.
Goes to Ted. Back to Team Faber. He's been stealing some guys that I like. There's not a whole lot out there that I just really... Well, there's one guy I want still.
There's another guy as far as... Wow, there's
some good guys out there, I'm telling you.
I wish I would have waited on quarterback. I'm still looking at this and thinking, wow, there's... Tom Brady's still available. Phillip Rivers still available. Even Kirk Cousins not the worst. Jared Goff had a huge year last year. I know there's some things, issue
Noah
with
Fant still sitting there.
Yeah, Noah Fant. If you had trust in Kyler Murray, he's still there. I don't have the trust everybody else seems to be having, but wow. After that, it kind of falls off.
3 homer picks in a row, Ted says. Mm-hmm. Because Greg Olsen used to be a Chicago Bear.
Yes.
Looks like... Kyler Murray.
There he goes. That's okay.
Kalen Balazs to Castillo, and now it's on me.
Okay.
Where do I want to go? Do I need another running back? Let's see what's out there. Well, I could do that, but I don't know if I want to or care to. Let's see.
You've got running back Aaron Jones, Lamar Miller, Derrick Henry. I mean, that's already pretty good. You got Jordan Howard as well. Yeah, you don't need another running back at this point.
You're correct. I took Jack Doyle.
Oh, I wasn't looking. Jack Doyle, that's fine.
Yeah. That was a homer pick.
Yep. Well, you'll be fine with it.
Jimmy Graham to Team More Button Heads again. There's no way we're taking Jimmy Graham in that draft we do together.
Yeah.
With all the tight ends that were still there.
Yep, there's still a lot
I'm sure
of guys.
That was just a second, well, if he's the Jimmy Graham of old, because that was his first tight end. He waited that long and is relying on Jimmy Graham.
That's,
Asa takes Jared Goff for his second quarterback.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's late.
Yeah.
If he's the second quarterback, and then there's really no big deal there.
And his first one was Baker, so if somehow Baker just absorbs the Cleveland Browns history.
That's always a possibility. Beretta just went off.
Yeah, we have about 2 rounds left, so that was a decently quick draft.
Not terrible.
Just about an hour up to this point that we have been drafting, so not too bad. We've had, I think it's like 16 rounds, so pretty happy with this pace. Hopefully all the rest of my drafts, I think I still have like 5 or 6 drafts left to do before the start of the season. And we will be getting our listener league soon.
Yes,
I think we're waiting for
after the expo.
Yes, after the expo. So we're going to do some people will get to be in the listener league from the expo, and then the rest will be our faithful listeners. Mm-hmm. And Reggie takes my Jalen Richard. Are you listening to us, Reggie, as we're talking? I feel like that's cheating. But we're doing it on purpose because we're streaming on Twitch. So if you're listening, I guess I don't have anything to complain about.
And Foreman just went. Okay. Well, you never know. There's interesting storyline there, I guess you could say.
Very true. All right, well, we got back-to-back picks from Tan Man. That's why.
If it gets to me still, who you putting me on?
Let's see how good you are. You're way down the line.
I'm way down the line, but I got somebody eyed out.
You got somebody eyed out right now?
Eyed out. Yep.
Interesting. I'm not. Well, there's some guys I see out there. I see like a Chris Towell. There he takes his Jay Sternberger. Of course you would, Tan Man. I see Chris Thompson down the list that you could be looking at. Well, there's a Herndon. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, there's somebody down there. I'm not even going to mention their name because I might take them. I don't know if it's you. Reggie takes some Kenny Stills. Tom Brady goes off the board.
Okay.
It's on Asa. He might take Crowder. Yep, there he goes.
There goes Crowder.
All right.
Not a bad spot there for Crowder.
Tyler, what are you doing, Joe? Jimmy Graham and Tyler Eifert? Do you just want to be waiver wire tight ends all year? Deshaun Hamilton goes, and it's on me.
Okay.
Let's see what we've got.
I'm looking way down the list to see if there's you said somebody. Okay. That's a good one.
Well, I'm just going to, just because that's what I would do in a real draft since he's fallen this far, I'm going to shore up my Green Bay backfield.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense to go with Jamal Williams right there. There's still
Quincy Enunwa.
Whoa. All right.
The Jets fan. The other Jets fan.
You know what?
2 fans and 2 Jets fans.
I will say this.
Amazing.
I'll say this. Enunwa, to me, will have a better year than Crowder.
Okay.
As long as he's healthy, because he's had his injury issues. I do believe Enunwa is one of the keys to the Jets' offense.
John says, if healthy, he's going to finish top 20.
Whoa, okay.
That's a hot take.
Top 20.
Hot take coming through.
You think he'll be better than Robbie Anderson? That one to me is a little bit of a push.
He said, let's go! Well.
I like it. I really hope he's top 20, because if that's the case, boy, we should be really good this year.
Yeah. Sam Darnold, who is still available, will be a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, at that
if
point,
Quincy Enunwa is a top 20 wide receiver, Sam Darnold is a top 10 quarterback.
Who's on his team? Let's take a look. We've got
Adam Humphries.
He's got Aaron Rodgers, of course.
Faber. It's on Ted again.
Oh, I'm on clocking a pick. I got to...
NY Castillo. Rodgers mixing. Oh, he's got the hookup. Rodgers to Adams. Galladay, Ebron. Oh, he's got two Detroit Lions with Galladay and Carrion. He's got 2 Niners and Coleman and Pettis. Oh, he's got Geronimo as well. Good Lord. He is putting all his faith into a couple of teams.
Yeah. Hey, do what you got to do. All right, here. Who are you getting?
Who am I getting?
No, it's me. Who are you going to put on me right now?
Oh, man. I'm going to have to say
I don't think you can read me.
Duke Johnson.
You're not reading me today. You're not reading me. I clicked on it.
There it is. Was that your first tight end, or did you take one already?
That's my second. I got the 2 rookies.
That's right. Hawkinson and Fant. Oh, man. You're buying into my hunt now.
I waited that long.
You did.
There was still plenty of guys out there.
You punted tight end,
and
like we talked about before. You punted tight end, and there's still good guys
There's still some decent guys there. I mean, possible decent guys. There's some guys that, okay. But, there's
I'm looking at my team, and I feel like I almost went too safe.
Too safe?
Almost. I mean, I know people wouldn't look at my team and think safe, but that's kind of what I'm looking at.
On the opposite end, I think I went too risky.
After JP takes Jimmy G and DJ Chark.
Okay, well, you know what? At this point, you might as well just take what you want.
It's just a home run pick, hopefully.
All right, let's see here. I gotta scroll down. I wasn't thinking about this one. Herndon, no, I already got that.
Want to take your boy Justice Hill?
No. I got 30 seconds left.
Oh, I only got one.
Here we go.
Left.
Here we go.
What is it gonna be? Oh, Zay Jones.
There it is.
The board. We are in the last round.
I feel good about my draft, actually.
You are done. And anybody looking, we will have the results on fantasyfuelpodcast.com whenever this gets done. It might not be tonight that I get them done on there. All right, what kind of home run pick am I going to go for? Who is Castillo going to steal from me? Oh, I was hoping it was going to come up right away, but he didn't. I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything too exciting. I'm going to scroll way
I just got, at this point, you go with guys that you just kind of think are going to be something for you.
Man, do I just take Frank Gore?
Why
not?
Going
really, really safe. I mean, I'm seeing guys like Nelson Aguilar and John Ross still. Antonio Callaway, T.J. Yeldon. I should have waited for a backup quarterback. There's Josh Allen still there.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, here's the thing.
Hunter Renfrow.
I didn't take a backup quarterback because there's still quarterbacks sitting out there. I can't see them because it says completed draft.
Castillo takes
Cameron
Artis Payne.
Okay, all right.
Who should I take? Keyshawn Johnson?
Yes. Keyshawn Johnson.
I can't do it.
No, you can't do that.
There's just, I was hoping there would be somebody way down this list that, oh my goodness, there is somebody way down this list. You know what? I don't care if I have 3 of them. One of them is going to be great, and I'll be able to trade some of them.
Cameron Brate. Hey, you know what? Why not?
The other guy I was picking was right after him. Adrian Peterson, last round of the draft.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Is there a way I can see who's still left? Because it says my roster is full and I can't see
anything. Show drafted? Does that do anything? No. I think we are SOL right there for the rest of this. I can see who everybody's going to pick, but I can't see who's left until after everything's done.
I'm assuming nobody took Equinemius St. Brown.
I did not see him go. I didn't
see his name come off the board.
So takes Justice Hill. He loves his rookies.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Mohamed Sanu goes after.
Jakeem Grant.
Jakeem Grant. I know.
I do like that.
I know Reggie listens to us. Then Deebo Samuel.
Not bad right there. It's not,
all right.
That's fine. It's your last pick.
Good draft, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming and doing this with us. We will see results after. I will give some shout-outs in our show notes for everybody that was here. That was good.
That was a lot of fun. I did a draft differently than I normally do, which is usually what you want to do when you're doing mock drafts. You kind of want to experiment, see what you can get at times, and then when it comes to your draft, you do what you think is the best scenario. And sometimes you have to adapt to what's going on.
That's all about that.
Mm-hmm.
If pick 7 or 8 goes this way with my draft with Joe, I would be completely happy with the team that I ended up with.
Yeah, I looking at my team, I really, really like it. I've got Todd Gurley. Let's say he's still, best case scenario. Todd Gurley's still Todd Gurley, number 1 or close to number 1 running back in the league. Melvin Gordon comes back and has no issues. That could be top 5.
Yes.
Deshaun Watson could be top, I think it's top 5 already.
Sure.
He could be the second best, could be the number 1 if he's lighting it up. Josh Jacobs, who knows? You could have something special there. Sammy Watkins, all right, we'll see. Jarvis Landry, I really like. Emmanuel Sanders, I really like. DK Metcalf, I have really
That's a home run shot.
Really high hopes for. Deshaun Jackson, consistent. Golden Tate, we'll see. We'll see what happens with suspension.
1, 2, 3, 4 rookies on your team.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I really am. Mike Davis, like Reggie said, could be steal the draft. Hawkinson and Fant, we'll see. One of them, I really believe one of them is going to take off and be huge. And then Zay Jones, of course, I've always kind of liked Zay Jones. And this could be... I had to
pay up for him in my auction draft.
Yeah, this could be the third time the charm with him.
It very well could be.
Third time's a charm.
Hey!
Let the big dog eat.
You saved it. I like
That's
it.
Right.
Very good.
I had one ready. I wasn't sure if I would need it or not, but it was right there. So, all right. Well, I think we're going to call it quits here. We might talk to some people in a little bit and have it as a bonus for everybody to listen to. So, yeah, this is the end of the show. Again, we will have the results on fantasyfuelpodcast.com under our mock draft section. You can find us everywhere. Thankfully, again, we are back in full swing, back on iHeartRadio after our little hiccup. Yep. Thank goodness, because we have a lot of listeners there, and I appreciate you guys, and hopefully you didn't miss too much. Again, Apple Podcasts, if you want to give us a review and subscribe there, that'd be great. We're on Twitch live before, after sometimes. The videos will get uploaded to YouTube as well if you watch or listen there.
Yes.
You can find us on Twitter at Fantasy Fuel, Facebook.com/Fantasy Fuel. We're going to be everywhere. The season is ramping up. We're getting excited. The mock drafts are flowing. The real drafts are coming very soon.
Yep.
And if you want to do some other stuff, you can listen to audio dramas. I voice a character on The Veiled Monarch, and it will be The Veiled West, which is an offshoot of the same storyline, if you're into that sort of thing.
Of course.
And The Average Joe Show on Friday nights. Just some weird, wacky news. It's been fun. Again, fantasyfuelpodcast.com to see everything that we've got going on there. And, any last thoughts?
I'm good. Mock drafts are awesome.
All right. Thank you, everybody. It was a fun night for episode 100. I appreciate it. Have a good one.